What's up, everybody? It's Broken Bones here, and welcome to Broken's Bedrock Tutorials. Today, we're going to be showing you how to build the Super Moss Machine. Many of my subscribers have come to my channel specifically for this machine. This machine is the Superior Moss Farm, and this farm has been broken in a recent update. Now it produces cobblestone, and it doesn't always produce moss the way it should. And the issue with this farm is many things. There's too many moving blocks, there's too many lighting updates, there's just too much lag for this thing to produce stone every single time now. If he minimizes it down to a smaller floor, it'll go ahead and produce stone, but then it's really slow. And that's where this new moss farm has the Superior Moss Farm completely beat. First off, most importantly, is we have less moving blocks in this farm. As you can see, we only have a few blocks before the blocks actually get pushed into the moss area, and we have 6 stone generators. We have 1, 2, 3 on each side, and so that's 6 in total pushing into a single floor. And just look how fast this thing operates. Second of all, we also have tinted glass. This is tinted glass, and I've got night vision on, so actually it's really dark in here. This is actually just from my night vision, and you don't have to use tinted glass. You can use any block that won't let light through. Now you can see that my night vision is gone. It is completely dark in there. This is getting rid of all the lighting updates, which is causing less lag. So if we go ahead and open up like this, you can see that there's light coming in just like that, and see how the light actually spreads when the blocks move? It spreads all the way to the middle of the farm. That's what's wrong with my other Superior Moss Farm. This farm doesn't do that. This farm also gets rid of all the items quicker. Look at all the entities on the floor. They all get picked up, pushed into the top of the farm, and instantly collected into hoppers. Every single item counts as an entity. They clump up together and become one entity, but in the other farms they don't. They actually just stay kind of separate. And so the faster you get rid of those entities and put them into a hopper, the less lag there is. And one of the coolest features about this farm is that it's realm safe. Each side of this farm can be ran independently. Both sides have a Bonemeal dispenser, and all you have to do is flick this lever, which turns it off. As you can see here, now only half the farm is producing moss, which will reduce the amount of entities in your world by nearly half. And as you can see, this side is still producing, and this side is not producing as much. This also means that the pistons and the blocks stop moving on that half of the farm. And so with all the lag factors being addressed, that makes this farm the best farm for any realm out there. And so with that being said, if you guys are excited to get started, then go ahead and smack the like button for me, and subscribe if you guys are new, and let's get started with the tutorial. A material list will be down in the description. And before we get completely started with today's tutorial, I'd like to give a big shout out to my buddy Nebrian Cent for engineering this farm, as this farm is an engineering feat. It produces more moss and bone meal than my Superior Moss Farm ever did, even when it worked. And now that it's broken, as you can see, this thing is more reliable, more efficient, and it's realm safe. Nebrian Cent is one of my wicked smart redstone buddies, and he's doing stuff like this all the time on his YouTube and his Twitch channels. So go ahead and check his channels out. I'll leave links to both of them down in the description. And for the most part, this farm is exactly the way he engineered it. I've added a few things, and I've color coded all of his circuits. The stone generator circuits are the light gray circuit blocks that you see here. These all trigger your stone generators, and right here in the front is this 7-tick clock. This actually fires every 7 ticks. It'll retract 7 ticks and then go forward in 7 ticks, triggering each side every 14 ticks. When the piston extends, it'll go ahead and power this circuit, which will then go through here over to the stone generator. It'll also go up this torch tower to the other stone generator up above. And then, as you can see right here with this repeater, it'll go down here to the green circuit, which is your vertical piston pushers. We have those top and bottom that push up and down. Then those go into the yellow circuit, which is the horizontal piston pusher right here in the middle. And when the piston retracts, it'll do the exact same thing to the other side. So as you can see, it also goes into this stone generator up here to the other stone generator. It'll come across to the green circuits top and bottom and power all of your vertical pistons up and down. It goes up the yellow circuit and then into the middle to your horizontal piston pusher. And if we take a look in the middle of the farm, we can see that we have some white circuitry, which is all of your bone meal circuits. And these come right off the stone generation circuit. So every time the stone generation goes, it'll go ahead and bone meal the moss. And that takes over into here as well. And it'll also power this dropper, which sends moss into these hoppers. And as you can see, these hoppers are empty, so you don't have to fill up the entire system before you start getting a return on bone meal. Over here, coming off the on switch, we have the orange circuit, which comes right up here to a redstone lamp. And as you can see inside, it's lit up right now, because if we leave it unlit, then there's a chance that mobs and zombies can spawn in there. And if we take a look up on top, we have some light blue circuits, which is all of your item collection circuits. These have sticky pistons on the bottom of them that are connected to all of these slime and honey blocks. And these slime and honey blocks go down with tinted glass, and it goes on top of the stone, which breaks everything and takes all of the items and then sends it back up through the water stream and out into the collection system. And finally, right here at the composters where everything turns into bone meal, we have this dark green circuit. This dark green circuit is the moss circuit. All we have to do is hit this button or power all of these copper bulbs, and it'll power all of these comparators, which will lock all of those hoppers. All of those hoppers being locked will make it to where none of those items will go into the composters. They'll actually go over, and they can be collected elsewhere, wherever your storage system is. And then to turn this off, all you have to do is send another pulse into the system, and it'll go ahead and depower and unlock all of your hoppers so everything can go back to the bone meal. And then we have these dark gray blocks, which are just covering our hoppers. And that's a quick explanation of all the circuitry in the farm, and it does not matter which way you orientate this thing. It could be northeast, south, or west. It doesn't really matter. But when we start the tutorial, we're going to be starting it right here in this front left-hand corner. And you're definitely going to want to make sure that you chunk line your build, as you see, as I have done right here. I'm going to be building a new one over there for you guys in the tutorial, so definitely make sure that you chunk align your build. And if you don't know how to chunk align your builds, then I have a tutorial on how to do that, and I'll leave a link to that tutorial up in the top right-hand corner there for you guys. And once you have your chunk laid out, it should look like this, where you're at the top of a sub-chunk level. This that I'm standing on right here, this is a sub-chunk down there, and I'm standing in a new sub-chunk. So from here up, I have 16 blocks to the next sub-chunk. So this is where you want to be. And then once you have that, go ahead and pick whatever corner you're going to start on. And again, we're going to be starting on the front right-hand corner. So go ahead and come to the front right-hand corner, and we're going to go back by 4 blocks. Go ahead and come back one more, and we're going to place a block in right there. Go ahead and place a block up like this, and then a block up like that, so you have this C shape just like so. Go ahead and count 9 more blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, and 9. You should see that you have 2 more blocks to the end of your sub chunk there, and then you're going to go just like this into a block like that. Then next we need to go ahead and put ourselves in a repeater just like this. We're going to place ourselves in some redstone dust going all the way back to here. And once we get to here, we can go and put ourselves a repeater here on 2 ticks. And just as a side note, while we're going through the tutorial, pay attention to my inventory. I have all the blocks that we're going to be using. So next, once you have that repeater there on 2 ticks, we're going to come back over here to this repeater. We're going to place a block in here like this, and then we're going to bring that out by 10 blocks. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, just like that. You should see that you're even with your repeater right here, and we're going to go ahead and put redstone dust on top of all of those. Next, we're going to take some target blocks, and we're going to come up just like this. Go ahead and place target blocks all across here. Grab yourself some obsidian or crying obsidian or any other immovable block, and go ahead and put those underneath there. Once you have that in place, next we're going to go ahead and do the same thing over here. We're going to go ahead and put a block in like this. We're going to put a block out like that. Then we need to go ahead and come out by 2 more blocks like this, and we're going to come down the middle here just like this. Once we have that, we can leave that there right even with that obsidian right there. And then we need to place ourselves in a repeater right here, and we're going to put redstone dust coming all the way back. And once we have that in place, we can grab ourselves some more blocks. We can come on this side of this obsidian right here, right next to these target blocks, and go ahead and put yourself in a light of redstone dust all the way back to that block. And then once you have all this done, then go ahead and come right back here. We actually went 1 block too far. We need to go up by a block just like this with a block out in front. And we're going to put a repeater here on 2 ticks, just like that side is right there. Then once we have that in place, next we need to go ahead and duplicate that over on this side. So we'll run through it with you guys right here. So we're going to go ahead and place in it 3 blocks just like that. We're going to put a block up here just like so. Let's go ahead and put redstone dust in here just like this. And actually this is 1 block too far. Let's go back here just like that. So that's a total of 2 blocks with 1 up. Then we need to place ourselves in a repeater here just like that can stay on 1 tick. That's going to go ahead and go into a block over here just like this. Let's go ahead and bring this out. That's going to come all the way down the length out to your repeater right here. Next we need to put in ourselves obsidian on the side here just like this with target blocks on the top just like so. Grab yourself some redstone dust and put redstone dust on this side all the way back here like so. Then go ahead and do the same thing coming out this way. Go ahead and put a block up and a block over just like that. Bring blocks all the way down the side here just like so. Cover this with redstone dust just like this. And then once you have that in place, go ahead and put yourself a repeater there. Go ahead and come out by, I believe, 2 blocks just like this right here. This is going to come out and over the chunk border. And then we're going to come all the way back here just like this. We're going to go ahead and bring that 1 block shy of that one. We're going to come up by a block and over by a block and up by another one just like so. Then grab ourselves a repeater and put that on 2 ticks right here. And then cover the rest of our blocks here with redstone dust just like that. And then once you have all this in place, next we can go ahead and take this block out and take that repeater out. out. That doesn't need to be there. We're going to replace that with redstone dust. And now we need to take ourselves some pistons on top of these target blocks and have them in there facing up just like this, all the way across here just like so, and make sure to do that on both sides. Once you have your pistons in place, then you can either use tinted glass or any other solid block that'll block light. And then we're going to go ahead and come off the front of our piston right here. We're going to go and count 3 blocks, 1, 2, and 3, and come out over here. We're going to go ahead and fill all of this space in here just like this. We're going to go all the way out here like that. Go ahead and bring that all the way down here, 1 block past your pistons just like this. This should be on top of your green concrete blocks here just like so. Then we're going to go 3 blocks past the piston, so that's 1, 2, and 3 just like that. We're going to go ahead and come all the way back here like this. You should see that this line is exposed here, not with glass on top of it. And then you're going to bring that all the way around and fill this all in with glass or any other solid block like this. Do not use regular glass. It has to be tinted glass if you're going to use glass, and it has to be something that blocks light. So once you do that, make sure you do that to both sides. So again, we're going to go out here just like this by 3 blocks like so, and 3 blocks on this side. Go ahead and bring this all the way around here just like this. Fill this all in inside all the way up to your pistons, and then go ahead and bring that around here. Come up to the middle. Should have a 1 block gap there in the middle. Then go ahead and come all the way down here and fill in the sides with glass or tinted glass or any other solid block. Once you have your blocks or glass in place just like this, the tinted glass, then next we need to go ahead and grab our pistons, and we're going to come right over here just like this. We're going to count out the 3 blocks, which should be the edge of your glass, and you're going to put in pistons like this. You're going to bring that all the way down the width of your pistons just like so, all the way down to the end here just like that. And then you're going to turn it around. You're going to go ahead and put pistons here. You're going to put pistons here. You're also going to put pistons here just like that at the edge of all the glass, and you're going to bring that all the way down to the edge of your pistons. And now your piston layout should be looking something like this. Next, we need to go ahead and take ourselves some obsidian or crying obsidian, and then go ahead and put it behind all of these pistons here, just like that. You're going to go ahead and put obsidian in those areas, and you're going to make that go down the length of all of your pistons. Once you have all of your obsidian in place, then next we're going to go ahead and take redstone dust and put it on top of all of the obsidian all the way across. Once you have redstone dust on top of all of your obsidian just like this, then go ahead and take your tinted glass or any other block just like that, and go ahead and cover up the side from piston to piston just like that. Go ahead and do that on all 4 sides. And then next we need to go ahead and take ourselves some water, and we need to waterlog all of these pistons here. And you want to make sure that you have a ledge out here so that way the water doesn't go down and ruin your redstone. So go ahead and waterlog all of your pistons on both sides. Once you've waterlogged all of your pistons, your water should be flowing out into the middle just like this on both sides. Then once we have that, then go ahead and grab some more blocks or this tinted glass and go ahead and come across all of your pistons just like that. Come out by another 2 blocks and then go ahead and bring this all the way across here just like that. And you should see that you have a 1 block gap right here in the middle. Go ahead and count out by 3 blocks, 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead and put yourself some lava. And go ahead and do the same thing on this side. Go 1, 2, and 3 and put yourself some lava. Then what we need to do is we need to do the exact same thing over here. So again, I'll do that with you guys on camera. We'll go ahead and do just like that. We're going to go ahead and come across our pistons, go out by 2 more blocks, come back and around over the water. And then we're going to go ahead and count that in right there. Go ahead and count 3 blocks in from the side, 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead and put lava. Count 3 blocks in from the side. Go ahead and put in lava. Go ahead and do this for this side as well. And on the bottom sides of all your lava, you should see that you have stone that's been generated under the lava. And next, once we have that in place, next we need to go ahead and come up here. We're going to go ahead and fill in this gap right here. We're going to go place in ourselves some more tinted glass or blocks of your choice. Go ahead and bring this all the way around here, just like this. Go ahead and fill in that gap and come up by another one. And then go ahead and fill this all the way in, all the way around here, just like so. So as you can see here, these pistons are going to be pushing stone up, so we're making a ring around that. And we can go ahead and take that ring up by 3 blocks, just like this. So you can carry this ring up by 3 blocks up to here, and then over your lava, just in case you don't want to fall in it, go ahead and put any type of block over that. I'm using glass because that represents that you can use regular glass, not tinted glass. And so next we need to go ahead and do that for all of these. Once you've got this done, your farm should be looking just like this. And if you're wondering about the tinted glass or the blocks, if you need the corners, yes, you do. You do need the corners. Do not remove the corners because light will go through it. And to prove that to you guys, look at the stone inside. It's completely dark. But if I remove this, you can see the light goes through. So make sure that you have the corners in place. And then once you have that complete, next you're going to come to this side, which is the side without the 2 blocks right here. And if we look on the other side, you can see that these 2 blocks right here where the repeaters come into, that's on this side. This is like the back side side. This is over here is the front side. You definitely want to be on this side. We're going to come right here into the middle here. We're going to come right here to where there's lava, where our lava source block is. We definitely want to be right there. What we need to do is we need to go ahead and grab some redstone dust. We're going to go ahead and come up right where that lava is, which should be 2 blocks in, actually 3 blocks in from the side right there. Next, we need to go ahead and come this direction. We need to place ourselves in it 2 1-tick repeaters just like that. That's going to go into a block just like this, and that's going to come out into 4 blocks just like so. Go ahead and put redstone dust on top of these 3, and then we're going to take 2 repeaters. We're going to go put those both on 4 ticks just like this. We're going to put 2 blocks in front of those. We're going to put another 4-tick repeater right here just like this, and one over here just like that. Then we can take ourselves 2 blocks on either side, and then go ahead and put ourselves a sticky piston in there just like this, and then we can go ahead and put ourselves some tinted glass on their faces just like that. Once you have all this in place, next we can go and grab ourselves some observers. Go ahead and bring an observer up here just like that, and that's going to go right into your moss block, and then that's going to go into a dispenser. So grab yourself a couple temporary blocks here just like this, and then go ahead and break that one out and put yourself in a dispenser so it's facing into this block right here. We need a dispenser there just like that. That should be good. So the dispenser should be facing into that one, and next we need to go and do the same thing for the other side. Bring yourself a dispenser up with a moss block on its face. Place in a couple temporary blocks just like this. Grab yourself a dispenser and go ahead and face it in there just like that, so it's facing into the moss block. Once you have both of your dispensers in place, then go ahead and open up one of your dispensers and throw a stack of bone meal in there, and then go ahead and open up the other dispenser and do the same thing. Then once you have that in place, then go ahead and come over here to this dispenser. This is the side like this. Then next we're going to go ahead and place ourselves in a block on the side of that dispenser there like this, with a lever on its face just like so. You don't need to turn it on, you can leave it just like that. If you want to turn this farm off, all you have to do is turn that on just like that, and it'll turn off because it'll be infinitely powered and it can't get powered over and over again. So next we need to go ahead and come on over here. We need to take ourselves some tinted glass. We're going to go up here just like that to the edge of our dispenser there, just like so. Then over here, we're going to come up to our observer there just like that. Over here, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to come on our observer, come all the way up to the dispenser here, just like that with tinted glass. Then over here, we need to do the same thing all the way from the observer up to the dispenser, and then on the dispenser, we're going to place a solid block with a lever on its face. Once you have this in place, then next we can go and grab some more tinted glass. We need to go up here onto our moss blocks. We're going to go ahead and surround our moss blocks just like this, and we can break that block out. Do the same thing on this side. Go ahead and surround the block on top of your moss block just like that, and then break that one out so the moss block has nothing on top of it, just like so. And then from our pistons and everywhere else, we need to go ahead and fill in everything else in here. So go ahead and bring this all the way out to the edge of your glass, all the way on all the sides. And then once you have that done, it should look just like this, with this above the moss block being the only hole in the floor right here on both moss blocks, just like that. And then of course above all of your pistons right here, we should have a hole that goes all the way down, and those are the only holes that should be in the floor. Once you have this completed, next we need to go ahead and come over to one of the sides over here just like this. We're going to go ahead and take ourselves tinted glass or any other block of your choice and go ahead and bring that all the way across here just like so. Do the exact same thing on this side as well. We're going to go ahead and bring tinted glass all the way across here just like that. We're going to go ahead and bring this up by 1, and we're going to bring it down all the way across the front and the back. We're going to come across back here as well, just like this. And then once we have that in place, we need to grab ourselves some obsidian or crying obsidian, and then go ahead and bring this on the back block right there. We're going to bring that all the way across here like this, with some pistons across here just like that. You should see that those pistons, that the faces of them are right above your hole here just like this. And then we need to do the exact same thing to this side. So we're going to bring obsidian all the way across with pistons going all the way across. And again, those should be at the front of your hole where your pistons below are. Then once you have all of your pistons in, they should look just like this. Then grab some redstone dust and come over here to the obsidian and bring redstone dust across all of the obsidian just like that on both sides. And then we need to wire up these pistons. So we need to come to the back side of our build here where we have the 2 blocks with the 2 repeaters going into the target block right here. We're going to grab ourselves a yellow bit of concrete right there just like this with some redstone dust on top. That's going to go into a block up here just like this. And that's going to have a slab right there just like so. Then have that go up into a block right here just like that, and we're going to put redstone dust on top of all of those. Once we have that in place, next we can go ahead and take ourselves some yellow glass, and we're going to stair step on up just like this, all the way up to our piston up here just like that. And once we have that in place, we can take redstone dust and put it on top of all of this glass, leading all the way back down to our redstone like that. Then grab ourselves a repeater and put it on 1 tick right there, which should connect up to those pistons. Next we need to do the exact same thing for this side, so let's go ahead and do that one more time here on camera. We're going to put a block down there with some redstone dust on top, block right there with a slab right there, and then another block up here just like this with redstone dust on top of all of those. Then we're going to grab some yellow glass. We're going to go up here just like this, and we can go up here again here just like that. There we go. We can break that one out, and then we can place that all up here just like this, put redstone dust on top of all of the glass here just like this, start stepping on back down to our redstone there. Then right here we can grab ourselves a repeater on one tick, and that should connect up our redstone. And now once you have both those circuits installed, next we need to go ahead and grab some more tinted glass or blocks of your choice, and we're going to go ahead and come over here just like this on top of our pistons. We're going to go ahead and bring this all the way across to the other side just like that. We're going to bring this all the way across here just like so, and then this is the opposite side of our yellow circuits over there. We're going to come right to the dead center of our farm. We're going to break out that piece of glass and replace it with a lamp. That lamp is going to turn on and off as the farm goes on and off, and then that way when the farm's off, no mobs spawn inside. And so next we need to go ahead and break this piece of glass right there. We're going to bring it all the way up to the pistons here just like that. Go ahead and bring this around here like so, and then bring this all the way back to the original glass block like that. And then once you have all this in place, next we need to go ahead and come on top of our pistons, and we're going to come to the edge of the glass right here. We're going to come up by a block and out by 2 more, so we have 3 blocks in total. We need to go ahead and extend that all the way across the length of our glass here just like that, which is 1 block past our pistons. We need to go ahead and come up by 2 blocks and go ahead and fill in this whole area just like this. So I have a big ledge that's 3 blocks wide just like so, hanging off the side like this. We need to do the exact same thing for this side. And then once you have this done for both sides, it should look just like this. And next we need to go ahead and grab ourselves some pistons. We're going to go just like this on the back side here. We need to go ahead and place ourselves in pistons all along here. And we can actually stop one short. I actually started too soon there. So we're going to come in 1 block and then bring pistons all the way across to even with our pistons right there. We need to do that on both sides. So go ahead and put a line of pistons here just like this. On the back sides of those, we need to put ourselves in some gray blocks just like this. This is going to be our stone circuit. And we can go ahead and throw some redstone dust on top of that one. We need to do the exact same thing over here. And then once we have that in place, we need to go and grab ourselves some tinted glass and bring this all the way across here just like this. We're going to bring this up here just like that and bring that just like so. Then go ahead and do the exact same thing over here. Bring out a wall just like that. Then put some temporary blocks in here just like this. That way we can waterlog these pistons all the way across. And be sure to do that on both sides so it looks just like this. Then we're going to take some more tinted glass or blocks of your choice and go ahead and come on top of your pistons right here. We're going to come all the way out to the edge and around. We're going to come on top of these temporary blocks right here just like this, coming out over this glass, and then coming back around on top of your pistons just like this. Then go ahead and count 2 blocks in from the side, and on the 3rd block we're going to place in some lava. Same thing on this side, we're going to count 3 blocks in and place in some lava just like that. Make sure to do this to both sides, and when you do that, now you should see that stone has formed, so you can go ahead and remove all of your temporary blocks. And then once you've removed your temporary blocks from both sides, the next we need to go ahead and come up here. We need to go ahead and come up by 1 more block just like this with some more tinted glass just like so. We can go ahead and do that on both sides, and then over the lava we can take any block of our choice, including glass, regular glass, and we can go ahead and put that over the lava. We need to go ahead and do that on both sides. Let's go ahead and do this one here. We're just going to go just like this with another layer of tinted glass all the way out here just like this, and then just over the lava we're going to take regular glass and cover that one. And then once you've got your glass installed on both sides just like this, then go ahead and come on over here, and you should be able to come to the edge of your glass and look down, and you should see that your pistons are down here just like this. This is where all of your stone's going to be going, and so next we need to go ahead and have some downwards facing pistons to push this stone down there. So next we need to come right over here. We're going to place in ourselves some obsidian 1 block in just like that, going the length of all of our pistons as down below just like so. Should be 10 blocks wide. Go and do the exact same thing over here, 10 blocks wide just like this. Then once we have that in place, grab some regular pistons, come on down below, have those facing downwards just like this, and once we have that in place, we can go ahead and do the same thing for the other side as well, just like that. Then we need some redstone dust. We're going to come up on top. We're going to put redstone dust on top of all of the obsidian blocks that are above those. We're going to do that on both sides. And then once you have that completed on both sides, next we need to go ahead and grab ourselves some obsidian. We're going to come right off our piston here and then down by 1 block. This obsidian is going to go ahead and stop the stone from being pushed too far this way into the farm. So make sure to bring obsidian all the way across here just like that, the length of your pistons. Then grab some glazed terracotta of any color and go ahead and bring that all the way across here just like this. This has to be a non-sticky block that also blocks light, so make sure that it's glazed terracotta. Then over here, we're going to bring down some obsidian as well, do the exact same thing. We're going to come all the way down the length of our pistons, and then underneath that, we're going to bring more glazed terracotta and bring that all the way back to the other side of the farm like this. And when you finally have that in place, it should look just like this on both sides. And then grab some more tinted glass or blocks of your choice and go ahead and bring that all the way up to the top of your obsidian over here and do the exact same thing right over here. You can do that all the way around your farm on all 4 sides. And then on top of that, we can go right in here. We're going to cover this obsidian with 1 layer and 2 layers of tinted glass. Go ahead and do this on all sides. And so when you're finished, it should just look like this on both sides, front and back, just like this. So as you can see, all sides have been filled in just like that. The next, we need to go ahead and come to the center in here. So we need to count ourselves 5 blocks in. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, just like that. We're going to put ourselves in some blue blocks in just like this. Go ahead and bring this all the way across the glass just like that and span the gap here just like so. And then we're going to come to the opposite side that our yellow circuits are on. So this is going to be over here. And then what we need to do now is we need to go ahead and grab ourselves some tinted glass. We're going to go ahead and throw tinted glass in there just like that with a block up just like this. We need to grab some repeaters. We're going to go ahead and throw 5 1-tick repeaters in here just like this all the way to that block, and that's going to be covered in redstone dust all across over here. And then once you have that done, it should look just like this. Next, we need to go and come on down below these blue blocks, and we need to go ahead and place in sticky pistons facing down just like this across all of these. So go ahead and place in 10 sticky pistons just like that. And then grab your slime and honey. It doesn't matter which one you start with, because whatever side you choose, the opposite is going to have to be true on the other side. So whatever side you put honey on the opposite side, put slime on. And then you're going to alternate back and forth going all the way across just like this. And that's going to go to the edge of your pistons and your obsidian there just like that. So go ahead and do this all the way across. And when you're done with that, the top should look just like this all the way across. Then once you have that done, grab some more tinted glass. We're going to go ahead and bring this all the way across and then cover every single slime or honey block. And when you're finally all done with that, you should see that you have tinted glass all above your head, right below all of your slime and honey blocks. Then after that, go ahead and break 2 of these glass blocks, get yourself out and replace them. Once you're out of the farm, go ahead and come to one side, and then where these sticky blocks are, these slime and honey blocks, they're going to be going up and down, and so we can't have any blocks that are going to stick to them. So right across all of these faces here, we're going to go ahead and throw glazed terracotta. We're going to do that on both sides over here, just like this. Then what we need to do is we need to go ahead and come on top of this glazed terracotta. We need to place in more of this tinted glass or any block of your choice that'll block light. So go ahead and place those in here, just like that, and then we can go ahead and place one across here, just like this, and we're going to place a temporary block in here just like that. And then over here we can go ahead and grab ourselves some water. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a bucket of water, and we're going to go ahead and throw water in here just like this. We're going to throw it right on top of the slime and honey blocks. We're not going to waterlog the pistons. We're just going right on top of the slime and honey blocks just like that. And once you have that done, you can go ahead and come across here with more of this tinted glass and go ahead and box all this in so that way it's all fully enclosed. Now we need to do the exact same thing for the other side, so let's go ahead and just do this one on camera. We're going to come up here just like this. We're going to come up here just like that, and then here in the middle we'll cover that one and put a temporary block here down there. Then grab some water and then go ahead and water on top of all of your slime and honey blocks just like that. And then once you have that done, grab some more of this tinted glass and go ahead and encase the top of your water. And then once you've buttoned that up, the top of it should look just like this. Now this is turning out pretty great. We've got a bunch of circuits here with redstone lines, but no way to power them. Next, we need to go ahead and wire up all the circuitry that's going to make everything work. So to do that, we're going to come to the front side, which is the opposite side of your yellow circuits back there. So go ahead and come over to this side. We're going to come down here to this repeater right here. Go ahead and come on down here and grab yourself a couple of blocks here. We're going to grab a block right there and a block right there. Go ahead and throw another block up and one over just like that, so it's diagonal up here just like this. Grab some redstone dust, throw it in there to connect this up just like this. And then over here, go ahead and throw a line of blocks up here just like that to where you're even with the top and connect that over. Then underneath that one, go ahead and break that one out and break every other one out just like so. And when you have that in place, go ahead and throw in the redstone torches just like this all the way up to the top. Then when you're up to the top, go ahead and connect that up with redstone dust. And then when you have that completed, go ahead and come on over here to the other side, grab yourself some green concrete just like this, and you're going to come up by a block just like that with 2 redstone dust just like so. Grab yourself a repeater on 1 tick and one more on 2 ticks just like that. Go ahead and break out this glass because that does need to be a solid block like this with some redstone dust on top. Then grab yourself a temporary block and one up just like that, and that's going to cut off this redstone from down here. We're going to put in ourselves a block in down here just like this with some redstone dust just like that. That's going to get wired up to this guy down here. So down here we can go ahead and continue this glass up here just like this, and you should see that the redstone dust should go ahead and connect up just like this all the way up to the top. Now that this side's done, let's go ahead and do the other side real quick. Next, we're going to go ahead and come on over here. We're going to go ahead and come down here to this green concrete right here. We're going to come up by a block just like this. Now, these two sides are not equal, which is why I'm doing each one of them separately on camera for you. So this is going to have a repeater here on 2 ticks. This is going to go ahead and come up by a block right here, and that's going to go ahead and have a redstone torch on top of it. So let's go ahead and bring that all the way up to the top here just like this. We'll bring that over. We'll bring out or break out every other block just like this so we can make ourselves a torch tower. Then grab yourself redstone torches, place those in on every other block just like this. You should see that that comes up to the top. And then when we come up to the top, we're going to place ourselves in another repeater right here with some redstone dust behind it. Once you have this in place, next we need to go and come to the other side. Grab yourself another green concrete block with some redstone dust on top of it and one more out like this. Or 1 tick repeater right there and a 2 tick repeater right here just like that. Then we're going to go ahead and break this glass block right here, put in a green concrete block with some redstone dust on top with a temporary block and then one up just like so. And then we're going to have our yellow circuit come in right here. That's going to connect up to this glass block. So let's go ahead and get this glass. We'll stair step that on up. We'll go ahead and get our redstone dust here and we'll put that on top of the glass all the way up to the top just like this. And once the backside of your farm is looking just like this, where everything's wired up, next we need to go and come right over here to the front. We need to go ahead and wire up the stone generation circuits now. Now that we have everything wired up on each side, there's no clock and there's no distribution system. So next we need to go ahead and come right over here to this block right here. We're going to place ourselves in a concrete block. And just for now, we're going to go ahead and throw a line in all the way across. It's not going to stay like that. We're definitely going to change it. But next, this will make it easy for us to do the rest of what we need to do. We're going to throw in 7 repeaters. So that's 4, 5, 6, and 7, just like that. This one right here, we're going to have a block that goes down here just like this. We need to have a block that goes down just like that right there. And then we can have one that goes up there just like that. And then we need some redstone dust in here just like so. And then once you have that redstone in place, next we need to go and come onto this side of that block. We're going to place in 2 more 1-tick repeaters with a dot of redstone dust right there. On top of that redstone dust, we're going to have a sticky piston facing this direction. We need to come on down here and have an observer with the red dot facing down just like this, if I can get that direction correct. The red dot needs to be facing down just like that. Then we need to have 2 blocks right there. We can break these out, and then we need to go ahead and put ourselves in 2 more repeaters in here just like that. And when you have those in place, your whole circuit should look just like this. Next, we need to go ahead and throw in the on switch, which is going to go in right here. So we need to come up a block from there, catty corner with that piston. Go ahead and come out here just like this and throw in 2 more blocks with one up just like that, and you can break that one out. Over here, we're going to have some redstone dust with a 3-tick repeater right there. Turn around, and we're going to have a 4-tick repeater right there just like that. Next, we need to have a redstone lamp right there just like that with a torch on the side just like so. You should see that this piston extends, and it should fire your farm just like that. Once you have that done, go ahead and throw a redstone torch on the back of that one, and you should see that it stays off because it's been extended just like this. Then once you have that in place, we need to go and grab ourselves a lever. We're going to go ahead and throw a lever on the front of that lamp right there, and then we're going to throw a orange concrete block above that torch just like so. We're going to go ahead and stair step up this direction just like this with a torch tower just like so. Go ahead and bring that up here just like this, and then once you have that in place, you can go ahead and come on over here to this side. We're going to stair step up on this direction right here. We're going to place in 1 more torch in there just like that. That's going to go up into a block with a block on that lamp right there. And then we're going to go ahead and turn ourselves with a dot of redstone dust, and you should see that that lamp lights up just like that. And then once you have that complete, next we need to go ahead and come on down here to this dropper down here, or to this dispenser rather. We need to actually come on here with some hoppers. We're going to go ahead and place in some hoppers. We're going to place in 4 hoppers just like this, 2, 3, and 4 just like that. We're going to place a temporary block in there just like that with 1 more hopper out that side. We're going to take ourselves a dropper and place it in there like that on the face of that one just like so. Once you have that in place, next you need to go ahead and put blocks on top of your hoppers just to keep items from going in. Then once we have that, we need to come on down here with a couple temporary blocks here just like that. And then 1 more up here just like so. We're going to take redstone torches. We're going to place 1 there and 1 there. And then once you have that in place, next we need to go and come up here to this hopper. We need to place a temporary block on top of there. And then on this side, we're going to place ourselves in a chest, or you could actually place in yourself an auto crafter if you want to make bone blocks with this thing. So if you want to make bone blocks, then what we're going to need to do is we're going to go just like this with another hopper just like that, and we're going to take 8 out the side, so including this one we're going to count out by 8, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, just like that. And then once we have that in place, next we need to come on over here. We're going to go ahead and place ourselves in a block right there and a block right there with a comparator going in just like this, and another block on top of that one. And we're going to have redstone dust going all the way across, so we're going to go on top of the crafter and on top of those 2 blocks. And then over here we need ourselves another comparator facing into that one just like so. We're going to grab ourselves another auto crafter over here. We're going to place that in right here just like this, and we're going to go ahead and fill in all the blocks in here just like so, and all 9 should be filled. And with that, that's your auto crafter all done and dusted. Next we need to go ahead and grab ourselves another hopper. We're going to place one in the side of that hopper right there, right behind this auto crafter. Then next we need to go ahead and place ourselves in a couple hoppers right here. We're going to go ahead and place a hopper in it right there. We can go ahead and take ourselves a couple blocks in right here, because these hoppers need to have blocks on them. Then over here we're going to go ahead and take a line of hoppers down the side here just like this, and we're going to go ahead and bring that all the way down to the end over here just like so. And then once we have that, we should have 6 hoppers in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Okay, so now we need to go ahead and crouch place ourselves in some composters on here just like this. Those are going to go on all 12 of these hoppers just like so. Then when you have that, go ahead and place another hopper facing straight down into these. And then when you have that, you can go ahead and do the same thing to the top ones up here just like so. If I can do that here, let's see if we can get that here. Let's go just like that. There we go. And then we need to go ahead and place these in all across here just like this. And then when we have that, we need to place one going into the side of that one just like that. See how it's going into the side? We need to go ahead and place these all going into the side here just like this. And when you have that done like that, to where they're all facing into these hoppers, next we need to go ahead and come on top of these hoppers right here. We're going to place ourselves in a downwards facing hopper right into those hoppers just like this. And then when we get to the end, we can go ahead and take ourselves a temporary block right here. We're going to place ourselves in a chest just like this. This is going to be an overflow. You can go ahead and do whatever you want with this. And make sure all of these hoppers are face down into those hoppers, and this hopper is faced into the back of this chest. And then be sure to break your temporary block. And then once you have that in place, next we need to go ahead and place ourselves in a button right there on top of all 6 of these hoppers just like this. And then what we need to do is we need to go ahead and come over here on the side. We're going to place ourselves in a block right there on the side of that hopper just like so. We're going to bring that across here, the length of all of that just like that. Then we need ourselves some comparators in here just like this going into all of those hoppers. And once we have that, we can go ahead and place a temporary block right there. Then go ahead and bring this all the way across here with copper bulbs. Place in yourself a button there like that, or you can power it however you like, and then go ahead and put redstone dust there just like this, and anytime you power this circuit, it'll go ahead and lock all of these hoppers. And then to unpower that, all we need to do is just like that. And next we need to go ahead and grab ourselves some packed ice, just like this. We need to go ahead and place that in here right there. And we're going to bring that all the way across here, just like this. And we're going to square up here with our blue temporary block here that's in the water stream. So once you have that in place, the next we need to go ahead and build the walls of the water stream. So we're going to come out just like this with some tinted glass or solid blocks. And then we need to go ahead and actually put in honey right here. This is going to actually be honey. This is going to actually align the items up with the honey, and then they'll actually go into the hoppers. So let's go ahead and bring this over here like so. We need to go ahead and grab ourselves a button. We're going to place that in right there. We can go ahead and break out our temporary block, and we should see that the water comes out just like this. When you see that, we can go ahead and grab ourselves some regular glass. We can go ahead and bring this out here just like this. And then once we have that in place, we can go ahead and place ourselves in a roof right here. Go ahead and bring in a roof over here atop your items. And then once you get to that area, you don't have to enclose that anymore. You don't have to worry about light going in here and causing any lighting updates. So that's just far enough. All you need now is to grab some water. Let's go ahead and place it in there just like that. You should see that it drains all the way out here to the end, just like so. Once you have that done, this side is pretty much complete, and you might want to go ahead and put a storage system on the end of your autocraft over here. I just seen that, so make sure you have something to store all of your blocks in, just like so. We need to go ahead and do the exact same thing we did here for the other side. So I'm going to get you guys started on this side. We need to go ahead and come over here to this dispenser right here. We need to go ahead and place in a hopper into the back of it just like this, and another one into the back of it just like so. We need to do that 6 times. We need ourselves a couple hoppers right here, so let's go ahead and put in ourselves 6 hoppers. So that's 4, 5, and 6, just like that. Then we're going to go ahead and break this one out here just like so. We need to go and come around here and place ourselves in a dropper in there just like that, facing in this direction just like so. And then once you have your dropper in place, next we need to go ahead and place ourselves in a couple blocks in right here just like that on top of those. And then down below here, we need to go ahead and wire up our dropper there. So we need to go ahead and come out by 2 blocks just like this. We're going to place in some redstone dust, and we need to grab ourselves a repeater here just like that. Then we need to go ahead and come up into a block here just like like so. That should be right underneath that dropper. We're going to go ahead and come all the way up here just like so. Once we get up there, we can go ahead and break out every other block here just like that. Once we have that in place, we can go ahead and place in a torch there and a torch there. And then once you have that installed, it's pretty much mirroring the exact same thing that you see on that side. So I'll go ahead and get you guys started with the layout. So let's go ahead and place in a couple blocks in right there. We're going to go ahead and place ourselves in a couple blocks in on this side just like this. We're going to come up just like so. We're going to place ourselves in an auto crafter just like that. And as you can see, that's how we're orientated on that side. So exactly the opposite, kind of mirroring it. We need to go ahead and delete these temporary blocks there. Now we got ourselves an auto crafter right here. Next, we need to go ahead and place ourselves in a couple blocks in right here just like this and like that, with a comparator up here just like this and another block on top of that one. Take some redstone dust and come up and over all the way on top of the auto crafter. Then on this side, we need to go ahead and place ourselves in a comparator facing into that comparator with an auto crafter right here just like this. We can go to place it in there just like so. I want that one facing up. Then we can go ahead and place that in there and have every single block in here filled up just like this. Then once we have that done, next we can go ahead and place ourselves in 8 hoppers in here just like this. We're going to place a hopper into the back of this one here just like that. And then we need 7 more. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Let's see here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 in total, just like that. Once we have that done, next we can go ahead and just go like this. We can go out here just like that with 2 blocks. On this side, we're going to take ourselves another hopper. We're going to go into the side of this one and up by 1. Out the back over here, we need to place ourselves in 5 more hoppers leading into the back of that one just like this. And then once you have that done, next you're going to go ahead and place yourselves in your composters just like this on top of these guys, all the way 6 down just like this. And it's going to look exactly the same. You're going to go ahead and duplicate everything that you see over here. You're just going to mirror it over there, the water stream and everything. And once you have that complete, you should see that it mirrors the other side completely. So as you can see over here, this is a complete 180 of this side. So now that that side is completely mirrored. And up top, we have our water stream in. We have all that in place. We have everything all done and dusted. There are a few corrections that we do need to make before we test the farm. We need to come into our water streams right here. We need to go ahead and open up these 3 blocks right here. We need to go ahead and delete these waters right here, just like that. Go ahead and delete the water there. That way the water stream actually flows into the middle right here, so the items go through there. You definitely want that to happen. You need to make sure that that's happening on both sides, so we can go ahead and break out this guy right here just like that, and go ahead and block out that water, and then break those back out and replace your glass just like that. Make sure that the water is flowing right into the center. And as you can see now, if we look down there, we can see that the water is flowing to the center on both sides just like this. And so now that we have that, we need to go ahead and get back into here too. We have a little mistake that we made in here. We need to go ahead and come on down here just like this. And once we're down here like this, we need to go ahead and come on down right here, right on below this glazed terracotta. We need to put ourselves another layer of blocks or tinted glass in, something that's going to block light there just like that. Go ahead and put that in there just like so. Do the exact same thing over here underneath this glazed terracotta right here. Go ahead and place this in all the way across here just like that. And then once you have that done, you can go ahead and come back out of the farm. Let's see here, where did we come from? We came in from right here. We can go ahead and place in our glass back just like that with our glazed terracotta back up there just like so. Over here at your on switch, we need to make sure that this repeater here is on 4 ticks. And now that those corrections have been made, the farm is pretty much ready to run. Let's go ahead and come on down here and turn it on. Once we turn it on, you should see that stone starts to come in through the system just like it is. And it's going to get pushed up and pushed down from above and below. It's going to get pushed into the side here just like this. That's looking pretty good. Let's see here. Are we getting any moss production? If we take a look down below into the dispenser, we can see that there's no more bone meal in there. We need to go ahead and fill that up. After all the testing I did in between clips trying to figure out what was wrong with it, it ran out of bone meal. So let's go ahead and fill it up with a couple of stacks there, just like that. That should go ahead and give it a good buffer. Now that we have that in place, now we should be able to go ahead and come over here. We should be able to turn this back on. Let's go ahead and turn that on. And we should see that we start getting a moss production. There we go. There's the moss, and there's the moss coming into the system and getting collected through the hoppers. Now, as you can see, all of the moss blocks are getting pulled up in through the ceiling and brought into the water stream and collected into the collection system. And it's doing that consistently on both sides. And if we take a look down below, we should be able to take a look in this dropper here. This dropper should have some bone meal building up in it, which is pretty good. When that dropper overflows into this hopper, it'll start going into the auto crafter, and then you'll get bone blocks out here in the chest. So now that the farm's been running a while, this dropper is completely full. It's backed up into this hopper, and now we should have ourselves some bone blocks. There we go. We just got our first bone block. Look at that. And just as a side note, this farm does produce so much moss that every once in a while it does glitch through the ceiling, which isn't that big of a deal because it doesn't do it that often, and it's only 1 or 2 pieces at a time. I just noticed that we have a bunch of lighting updates happening inside the farm. See how all those stone blocks are lighting up like that? I think it's because we have crying obsidian on the outside right here. This crying obsidian does emit light. So go ahead and turn the farm off, and then once you have it turned off, let's go ahead and replace this crying obsidian right here. We're going to go ahead and go just like this, all the way across here just like so. Get rid of all that crying obsidian right there. Go ahead and replace it with regular obsidian, and then go ahead and place yourself in all of the redstone back on top just like that. You need to do that on both sides. Let's go ahead and go over here and do that. Let's go ahead and break out all of the crying obsidian here just like so. We're going to replace it with regular obsidian. Then we're going to put our redstone blocks or redstone dust right on top just like that. We also need to do the inside right over here. So let's go ahead and come on up here. We need to break out these 2 blocks right here where this crying obsidian is. This is right where your ice stream is. We're going to go ahead and break out this crying obsidian all the way to the back here just like this. Then once we have that broken out in the back, we can go ahead and grab our regular obsidian, place it in there just like that, and place our glazed terracotta down just like that, and replace that down below. So go ahead and place that all the way back to here to the beginning. Then once you have that in there, you can go ahead and place in the last blocks and replace your glass. You need to do that exact same thing to the other side as well. And so we need to go ahead and get rid of this crying obsidian here. Go ahead and take that all the way back to the back just like we did to the other side. Then once you have that done, then you can go ahead and grab your obsidian, go ahead and place that in, and then go ahead and grab your glazed terracotta and place that in underneath and bring that all the way back to the beginning. Then once you have that done, you can go ahead and place in your last few blocks and then replace your glass, and then you're done. And now if we turn the farm back on, let's go ahead and turn it back on. We should see that everything stays dark inside. Yes, it does. You're going to see a little bit of a lighting glitch right here in the corner, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. But everything inside here is looking good. And everything should still be working just as it should, just without all the lighting updates. And if we take a look down in our chest here, we have ourselves a stack and 11 bone blocks. I wonder what our other side has. Let's go ahead and check it out over here. We have ourselves a stack and 38, 39. Look at that. And if we wanted to, all we'd have to do is hit this button, and it would lock all those hoppers, and all the items would come down into our overflow and get collected right into this chest, but we're not going to do that right now. And now that your farm is completed and running as it should, I would highly recommend getting rid of this chest and adding a shulker box loader to it. And if you guys don't know how to build shulker box loaders, I have a bunch on my channel, so go ahead and check out those tutorials up in the top right hand corner. And if you guys would like to set up this farm to where all of your shulker boxes could be distributed to your other farms via water streams, I'll be making another tutorial on how to turn this farm into a superior super moss machine. And if you guys are interested in that, then I'll leave a link to that tutorial up in the top right hand corner. And if that link's not there, it's because I haven't made it yet. It's going to be coming soon, and so be sure to have notifications on, ring that bell so you don't miss out on that one. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. What are you doing? What are you waiting for? It's completely free. Go ahead and subscribe, and then ring that bell so you don't miss out on cool videos like this. And while you're down there, smash the like button and share this video with all your friends. Go ahead and share it with your mom, share it with your brother, share it with your father, share it with your cousin. I don't care. Just share it with everybody. And while you're down there sharing the video with all your friends, go ahead and check out the join button. There's a lot of cool perks that you can get if you become a member on my channel, like access to members only realm. Space is limited, so be sure to claim your membership soon to go ahead and lock in your spot on the realm. And if you'd like more information on that, then go ahead and check out my Discord link down in the description. We have more information on that, and I offer Redstone support, and I have all of my world downloads there. So if you'd like the world download for this farm, then go ahead and go down in the description and check out my Discord link for my fan chat, and it's all right there for you guys. There you can chat with me directly, and if you're having any issues building the farm, I'll offer you guys support and help you guys build it to make sure it works properly for you guys. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. This was a lot of fun. This was, I'm really glad that we built this because this thing is super powerful and it limits the lag. That's the biggest thing, is that the big superior moss farm was very laggy. And this thing is small but powerful and not laggy at all. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial, and if you guys did, be sure to smack that like button for me. Subscribe if you guys are new. Consider becoming a member, and share this video with all your friends. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Broken Bones, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Take it easy, everybody.